Hi, this is Muhammad Tuhami from Midway Simplicity, and welcome to a new episode of the Midway Simplicity Show, where I invite simple living advocates to share with you a few tips that are not too harsh for your lifestyle and that can help you improve the five most important aspects of your life, which are time, health, finances, relationships, and things that you own. And today I have a very inspiring guest. Her name is Andrea Briggs from the Inside Thread Creative Studio, where she helps people find the beauty in every moment, to live slowly, deliberately, and float life with meaningful experiences. So, welcome, Andrea. It's a pleasure to have you on the call today.
Thank you, Mohammed. I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about the Inside Thread Creative Studio. How did you start it, and what is the concept behind the Inside Thread, this term?
Well, the Inside Thread Creative Studio is a lot based in the yoga philosophy, and I've been teaching yoga for about 5 years. And prior to that, I've been involved in conservation and marine conservation and zoological conservation.
Yeah.
So I have a really close knit to the earth and the environment. And it's kind of stemmed this kind of creative mesh of that and getting down to the basics of why we practice yoga and how it really applies into people's daily lives and how important it is to understand that a lot of it's very simple and a lot of things that we can do into our life seamlessly and effortlessly, and it's nothing hard and nothing to ponder too much about. That a lot of it's really based in love and giving and compassion and kindness, and just basically creative ways in which to explore these ideas, to make it more simple.
And what's the inside thread? What does this term mean?
Oh, so Inside Thread came from a set of mala beads I had.
Yeah.
And mala beads are kind of a prayer bead that some Tibetan Buddhist monks you might see use. It may be like into like a rosary in the Catholic tradition. And basically, it's basically everything is threaded together. And everything's linked together. We're all connected.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, that everything that we do is threaded inside something else, and insides that is really important. So it stemmed from the mala beads that I had that I would do my meditations with, and I, kind of came from there and thinking how everything's really connected and how I want Inside Thread to be that connection for everybody.
Wow, that's interesting. Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
So let's start with a tip to help people simplify their time.
Well, one of the things to simplify your time is committing to less things. For me, anyway, it sounds simple, but just simplifying how I do my work. So, or social activities. So I used to be on Facebook a lot, or Twitter. People want to go out and do this and that, and basically I just started to do what is going to be what I need to do, just a value to me. So just committing to less. Maybe do 5 things that you wouldn't normally would do in a week. Turn off, the computer once in a while. I mean, a lot of people are starting to kind of do a little bit. I even downsized my phone to a little tiny kind of non-smartphone, and this helped me to use less time around. So, just committing to a little less.
Yeah. So let's move to health.
Yes.
How to simplify our health.
This is one of my favorites because I'm really committed to being really healthful and resourceful when we eat. And basically one of my biggest things is to eat less processed foods. Eat food, real food, that you can make yourself. And there's a lot of things I've learned to make really simple, using simple ingredients, really quick, really fast
Yeah,
things.
but
Act-
how when it comes to real food, how to make it tasty? Because I believe this is the biggest problem that put people turn people off when it comes to real food.
It's true,
Yeah,
right? People. So I have an Italian background, and I owe a lot of my flavor and taste to three ingredients: olive oil, garlic, and salt.
yeah,
I think those three ingredients, you can make a lot of really tasty things.
yeah,
And 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 two, your taste buds change if you're used to eating a lot of processed foods, things that are packaged and boxed. Our taste buds kind of become dull, and we don't feel or sense the taste of real food. Just having an orange or um, tasting different vegetables seasoned lightly, your taste buds will come alive again after a while. They really do, and you start to really savor the food the way it is, the way it was grown, the way it was nurtured from the earth. So, experiment I did, and now I have 6 or 7 recipes I absolutely love to make. They're so flavorful, take 30 minutes or less, and are just made from just real basic foods, which I think I'll post a few
awesome.
on my website too eventually.
Yes, yes, please. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's move to things. How to declutter and organize our stuff and and be less with more, like Courtney Craver likes to say.
Yes, yeah. I think that's another really important thing. Um, my biggest thing is buying quality things over quantity. Because when you start buying more quality things, then you just don't have as much stuff because it's so easy to go to the store and buy really, a cheap shirt or a cheap bag, and and then we just start getting more and more, and we're actually spending more and accumulating more, when if we just took our time and saved, and bought something that we know it's going to last for a long time, then you just start to appreciate the quality and the craftsmanship of your possessions, and it takes on a different persona. Your things become more
Yeah,
of value and more meaningful. And it
yeah,
took a long time to do that in some ways, because you have to go through your own process of sorting what's important and what things
mm,
attract you,
yeah,
not.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I definitely think it's just find quality
Quality items.
as
Yeah.
whenever you can in handmade things.
Yes, handmade. I love handmade products. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
So let's move to finances. A big area of our lives that is usually messed up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, finances for me, and these are all things that I've been doing in my life. I have one credit card, and I have one credit card, and that's it. And for me, that simplifies my finances a lot, because for some reason, I'm not tempted to use them. Now I use my one credit card only when I know I can pay it off that month. Um, and this way, um, you just you know everything's set. You don't have all this. I just feel like sometimes we put too much out there. We have too many directions we go to. If we just have one thing, it just simplifies it so much. It's so nice when I know I look into my wallet and I have one credit card. For me, that simplifies my
yeah,
finances for some reason.
yeah,
And also, everything that we talked about too threads into each other.
yeah,
You'll save money um, when you simplify your time. When
yeah,
you
yeah,
save money when you eat more
yeah,
real food. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
have less things. All
yeah.
these things are linked together.
That is the inside thread.
Yes,
So
that's like it. It's
yeah,
all linked. None of it's separate.
yeah. So let's move to the last area, which is relationships, an area which most people tend to ignore,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to simplifying or our relationships.
Yeah. One of my favorite things I've read so far is from a book from Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it's a book he wrote, I think, in the 80s, called Real Magic. And he has a quote in there about relationships that pretty much sums it up for me and simplifies relationships completely. And it's this quote. It says, "You are together not to understand each other, but to aid each other in living a life of purpose." So together, you're not there just to be together, but you're aiding each other and you're in each other's life purpose. And I think when you're in a
Awesome.
relationship, when
Yeah.
you have that mantra in your mind,
Yeah.
you know, you can relate to that person differently. Or I'm here to serve. I'm here to give.
Yeah.
What can I do to help you in your life purpose?
Yeah.
I think when you take that and let go of everything else for a moment, and you just concentrate on living that, giving that person what they need to live their life purpose, then all the other things come together.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
affection and
Yeah.
the endearment of
Yeah.
being in a relationship, you know, comes together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, I believe now everyone who is watching us should go right away to insidethread.org, I believe, right?
Yes. Sidethread.org.
Insidethread.org, and read your inspiring articles and read more from you. And you have like the yoga notebook or something like that, or so.
Yeah, the Happy Life
Yeah,
notebooks.
Happy Life. Yeah, Happy Life
Yeah,
notebook. Yeah,
these are classes that I
yeah.
teach.
That's amazing. So thank you very much, Andrea, for being with me on the show today, and I hope to have you again for sure.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I'll definitely would love to be back.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.